After Hurricane Ian destroyed their apartment building, many tenants have nowhere to go and are refusing to leave for repairs to be done. I'm Tony, and this is Real Estate Investing and Landlord News. All right, so I have an interesting article for you today, and it's coming out of Orange County, Florida. Now, as most people know, there was a huge hurricane that went through Florida just a little while ago, and simply put, a lot of properties were very badly damaged. I actually had a video which I covered this whole topic before, right? And, I don't, I'm not against the tenants, right? But you have to understand that I represent the landlords, and the landlords, they have to make these repairs to their properties so that, they become livable again. Now, it isn't the fault of the tenants that this natural disaster happened, right? But it's also not the fault of the landlords. And, it's not safe for them to stay in these damaged units. The repairs need to be done, and, you have to figure out something else, be it hotels, be it staying with family, whatever it is, you cannot stay in the building, okay? The repairs need to be done. So yeah, I mean, the article I came across, it's not a very long one, so this will be a short video compared to what I normally do, but it's covering this topic a little bit in more detail, so it's really quite interesting. And if for once I'm not oh yeah, the tenants just need to go. No, I feel sorry for these guys because they might not have anywhere that they can go. So really tough situation. So before I get into the article, go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button, maybe leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, okay? What do you think a landlord, what do you think their responsibility to a tenant should be in this sort of natural disaster? Now, my personal opinion is that, yes, all of my tenants should have some sort of renter's insurance to help cover them in case of some sort of loss or catastrophic emergency, something happening like this, right? Now, I don't know what their renter's insurance covers or how long they can cover or whatever, right? But, I believe that this should fall on the backs of the tenants and not on my back. And if I have to evict tenants because I need to do major repairs to my buildings, I'm not doing it because of dislike for the tenant, or I'm not trying to make anybody homeless, but the property, if it's not safe, you can't stay there, okay? If the place is extremely damaged and I need to move everyone out in order to get the repairs done, you can't stay. Okay, what do you expect from the landlords? Do you want us to pay out of pocket for however many months it takes to get the units rent ready again? I mean, I don't know if I don't think that is the responsibility of the landlord. I mean, I'd have to look into Florida law specifically to find out, because it might be different there than it is here. But as far as I know, no, it's not. Okay. Anyway, this is a tough topic, okay? And like I said, I'm not against the tenants in this situation. I understand that this is a very bad place for everybody, okay? This is horrible for everybody who's involved in this hurricane. So let's get into the article. This article is coming from clickorlando.com, and it says, Orange County tenants refuse to vacate after hurricane damage prompted evictions. Let's get into it. On the eve of their eviction date, dozens of residents were still inside their units at the Cypress Landing apartments. Tenants said damage from Hurricane Ian caused the apartment complex to evict them, telling residents to vacate their homes by November 1st. On October 4th, apartment residents stood next to Orange County Commissioner Myra Uribe, who joined them in saying they were unable to contact the complex's managers. Residents have since shown new 6 inside their damaged units, which suffered from flood waters and mold growing up the walls. Yeah, and so, they have an Orange County commissioner there, right? This is a politician, right? And they're like, oh, listen, these people have nowhere to go. Well, what do you want me to do? Okay? I mean, you just said that the place was water damaged and got mold crawling up the walls. I mean, do you want me to fix it or not? Because if you want me to fix the place, you gotta get out of it. Okay? You can't stay here. I mean, I think what they want, and this is my personal opinion, I don't have any evidence of this, but I think what they want is for the landlords to basically pay for these people to stay wherever they're going to need to stay until their units are repaired, and then allow them to come back at the same rental rate from before. Okay, that's what I personally believe, right? And I don't know if that's possible or not. I don't know how long it's going to take to get the building repaired. Keep in mind, a lot of buildings were damaged in Florida at the exact same time when that hurricane hit. So it might be 6 months before they're finally able to get these buildings back online, because of, insurance and repairs and everything else. So if it takes 6 months, is the landlord supposed to pay for dozens and dozens of tenants to, have somewhere to live for that long? I mean, the best thing I would do as a landlord, you go through this eviction, maybe you let them stay for a couple more days after this, their November 1st deadline, right? But they have to go, okay? And that's it. And, I feel for them, but there's nothing that I can do as a private landlord. However, tenants said they were told to be out by November 1st in order for repairs to be made to the flooded units. On Monday evening, lights were still seen turned on inside most of the second floor units. People still staying inside the complex said most people who live on the second floor do not plan to leave. Some have said they will wait until someone forces them to vacate the apartments. Many tenants have said there are not other available apartments in the area. They also have expressed concern over rental deposits that are required for a new rental. Most of the trash and debris have now been cleared from the complex, but a lingering smell filling the air serves as a reminder of the flooding from Hurricane Ian. Yeah, I mean, the landlord should give these people their security deposits back. That's, their units were destroyed. They're, basically being forcefully evicted. Just give them their security deposits back. No big deal. That's the least that can be done. I'd probably, give them, discounted last month of rent too, if not free. Okay, just, you need to go. You need to find somewhere else to live. I understand they're going to have a very difficult time finding available units because so many people's units were destroyed that there's a lot of people who were looking for housing all at the same time. Even if you live on the second floor, if the first floor was the only one that was supposedly damaged, keep in mind that if they have to go in there and they have to fix the plumbing or fix the electrical work, all of that can be interconnected. They might have to turn the power off to the entire building. Whether you're on the first or second floor, you're not going to have power in there. And that's part of the reason why you guys have to go too. Just being on the second floor, the fact that your specific unit wasn't flooded, it isn't enough to say, oh, well, my unit wasn't, when you're going to have to turn off, the gas, the power, whatever else for the entire building. Okay? So the website for the complex as of Monday had no mention of the order to vacate the complex due to flood damage. A phone call to the apartment complex resulted in a call service representative saying no apartment units are available for rent. So yeah, this is a bad situation for the tenants, and hopefully, they find somewhere where they can stay temporarily and they get this problem resolved. But like I said, this shouldn't fall back onto the landlord, and there's really nothing the landlord can do about it.